Hello, everyone. Welcome to Old World. We have another match of the Old World Community Tournament. This is part 6 of the Nizar versus Yagman Old World Tournament match. And we have a very tense start here with massive build-up and if you missed the last part, we had a really nice alpha strike from Nizar, eliminating that free swordsman from the Coliseum. So we're off to a tense start, and joining me in the casting booth today is Alcaris. Hello, Alcaris.
Hello.
Massive build-up and
Oh, and I'm gonna have an echo for a second. Sorry about that. And yeah, we're gonna get set up and get ready to go here. Our players are reviewing the book game state. They'll probably play their first turn paused or so. And yeah, we are live. Let me just check Discord here.
Spam folks.
And of course, if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please give us a like, a subscribe, or leave a comment after this video on any of the action that took place. There you go. And I'm just going to post this link.
I got it. So.
Oh, nice. Thank you. All right. Yeah. And then we are good to go. So we already have some people in chat. So how are we feeling, Alcaris? What are we thinking about this?
I think it's going to be I think Yagman is still favored, given everything on the way. I think he can break through this pretty well. Like, he has some really upgraded archers. Like, I'm looking at the archer with Warden inside Sabay, and it can do 7 damage to that spearman with the commander spearman.
Yeah.
And then there's some other archers, and then he can, of course, use his Demit warrior to disarm, which will make everything squishier. And then he can probably, I think, maybe route chain all the archers back there, all 4 archers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as cool as Nizar's assault there to eliminate the swordsman was, I think he's kind of set himself in a position where he's going to get really smacked back here. And I think that's going to set the pacing for Yagman to say, all right, well, if you're going to bark, then I'm going to bite, right? And I'm just going to come for you. And
yeah,
I think
this can even force march a Sholatai all the way over here.
Yeah.
And disarm that spearman and do 9 damage.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure once it's disarmed, he can just kill it with the archer in the city. And then save more archers to kill a hero, and and then get a horseman in there and route chain. Yep. The horseman does 10 damage to the archers, so you have enough ranged around here to be able to get 10 damage from something. It's going to be ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly, especially because if he can get both spears down, then all you'll really need is 2 horsemen to come in and just, do 10 and 10, and the first one will route, and then you can use more archers and get the second one to route, and then that will free up the previous space, and so another horseman come in, and you can just keep cascading horses, and he should really be able to route all 4 of those archers. But he does only have 33 orders, and of course that will be a tactical consideration, so we'll see. We'll see how much Yagman is ready to flex here. He has certainly built himself up substantially. We have a war elephant on standby. We have plenty. We have at least 3 Shotalais, I believe, is what we're looking at here. Yep, 3. Yeah. Several Demits, which are still going to be useful for the disarm effect, and of course their 6 strength. So they're still pretty strong in this fight. Yeah, so
the shame his ballista is so far out of position all the way back in the cap, it can't even get anywhere nearby with the force march.
That is unfortunate. Of course, if we had this nearby, this would just chunk this whole line. And this is the perfect type of thing that I like to talk about. I mentioned this in other games. Really comboing a ballista with horses. You put the ballista in this tile, you shoot down this whole line, get your archer to kill this spear, and then 1 horseman will be able to come in and do so much damage because of that splash.
It's a little awkward because he doesn't have sea control. Which means he's fighting through some pretty awkward terrain.
Yes.
I think you can kill it, but it's hard to calculate this without undo live in network, although he doesn't have a timer on this turn.
Yeah.
He hasn't spent any orders yet, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a fortunate thing about having the pause from last session. He is going to be able to plan out his first attack pretty much take as long as you want here. But of course, you know, there will still be an opportunity to make mistakes, I suspect, and that's all
Yeah,
fun for us.
it's a little awkward too, because like with disarm from the Demits or the Sholatai, like you have to see how much, like, it's reducing the strength of the unit, so like that will make everything else do more damage. So it's hard to pre-calculate that particularly.
I think you can kind of infer it a little bit because, like, it's still you're guesstimating, but I think that's all right. You always should know that you're going to get at least one extra damage off of a disarm.
Yeah.
Especially because,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
in
I
the
think-
case of this commander, right? It's like, if you hit this commander with a disarm, where you're basically effectively removing the commander.
Yep.
Which is...
Yeah, I think the nice thing here is that he has enough ranged units nearby, so he can always make up for any miscalculations.
Yes, and that's really the value of range combat, especially in this format, without the perfect, flawless planning you can engage with Undo, is that it I call them rounding errors. When you try to kill something and you're like 3 or 1 damage shy of actually getting a kill. It's super common in this game because I think of the way that Mohawk did the combat algorithm. You always find yourself like just a couple damage shy of getting a kill. And
Here we go.
all right, here we go. We're coming in.
Disarm as expected.
And it's a Dimit, not a Shotalai, so we're moving in just for the disarm. Archer.
There's the archer from the city.
Okay. And we're going to have to use another archer, although I'd love to see maybe a slinger from somewhere come by.
He only has 4 ranged units nearby, and one of them is a pretty long march, not a forced march.
Okay. All right,
I guess. By Adwa. So he's actually a little constrained on archers.
Yeah, so this could be the first big issue we see here. Although, I suspect he'll probably use a Shotalai to take the spear down in the woods, unless he's not feeling a forced march yet.
I mean, you could also just ignore that spear, honestly, and just... I mean, I would prioritize killing the hero archer. That feels like the goal. You want to prevent any launch offensive shenanigans.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I was thinking about the zone of control, but you will actually be able to step past that spear with a horse. Yep. Okay, yeah, so he can ignore that. Alternatively, if he's really committed to kill... What on earth is happening down here? Okay, well, stuff is happening. We have a seemingly forced march.
Oh. Yeah,
What?
I don't understand the warrior fortify in front of spears. That's just going to die instantly. That doesn't seem like a great idea.
All right, this is a complete waste of orders. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. There's whatever is happening down here is a complete waste of orders. You have massive.
Big tactical display. Yeah, like you need to focus on killing that hero.
Yeah.
At least kill the spear, right? This I don't know what this is gonna. Okay, here's the archer.
All right, here we go.
Archer is gonna finish off that spear, presumably.
Okay. I mean, maybe we're trying to prevent a flank here, I guess. Okay, but you can do that later. Go for kills first.
What did he kill the spear with?
A second archer. So coming up with an axe. Hate this.
Oh no, you've blocked off. No, you've blocked off. You blocked off your access to that.
Now he's going for the spear. He's going for the spear.
Okay, he's gonna clear the spear spot.
No. Okay, wait a minute. I think he's not aware of his force march potential here because a Demit and an axe probably could have taken us out.
Yeah, the Demit would have one-shot it. I don't think he's going to be able to kill the hero archer.
He has an archer. He does not one more archer. So, all right, now it's routing time, but I don't know where he's going to get the damage for that kill. Do we have another?
He needs one more archer. He does have one by Adwa, but no tile for it to stand on.
What about...
Which is awkward.
Okay, so this is good news for Nizar. I still think the advantage is flowing into Yagman's corner here, but certainly...
He can put his own spear on that hill and hit the archers in line. That probably feels like the best option. I don't know that you want to deploy a horse, but you're not going to get a kill, I think.
No, unfortunately. I think... this will be interesting because, I mean, maybe a little tactical blunder like this will keep Nizar in the fight. And who knows, maybe that'll be good for Nizar or maybe it will be bad for Nizar.
Yeah, would love to see the archer at Adwa moved up at least a little bit. So,
yeah,
I do not understand the southern moves at all. That feels just like complete waste of orders.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We actually, with the archer, we could kill this, right? No. No, we can't.
No, we don't have enough. We don't have a tile for the archer to stand on.
Don't. Yeah, you're right. All right.
It's a really awkward, cozy spot. So like,
So the hero will live to fight another day. Maybe we'll see. I mean, Nizar is an aggressive player, so I suspect he's going to take an opportunity. Does he have? Let's take a look. Does he have the training to launch offensive again? He does not. Okay, so we'll probably retreat here. I suspect we could see a retreat here.
But of course, Yagman doesn't know that, right? It's always a good idea to kill exposed heroes.
Right. He
is putting his zealot on this horseman here, so it looks like he's looking for some enlists. I don't remember where the zealot was before, but Yagman's queen is now on the horseman outside Sabay.
All right, we've moved up a Shotalai at least, so we have one in the vicinity now. Okay. Well,
And
2 kill. We lost 2 units last time. We killed 2 units this time. Not 100% even trade because we lost better units.
10 strength killed versus 14.
Lost.
So I really feel there was a route chain on those archers, or maybe not though, because you didn't have that many archers. But
yeah, and you know what's interesting? I actually never quite realized this, but marshland. And you wouldn't think this actually counts as both flat and clear, and I would have suspected it wouldn't have counted as clear.
Yeah, I don't feel like it should count as clear because it doesn't feel like horsemen could really do much cavalry rides on marshland. So I think that might just be an oversight. If I remember right, marsh was added later. I agree that does not feel like somewhere you should be able to.
Right, but it is unfortunate because like this really was the perfect battlefield for your horsemen to really shine, and we missed that opportunity.
Drop in that suggestion. Actually, marshland should not count as clear.
Yeah, well, there it is. All right, let's see what else is going on. We have massive training stockpiles for the Axumites. A beautiful economy. Every single resource is over 100 per turn. 153 stone, 900 gold per turn. He's making 139 civics per turn. A decent enough science rate at 78 science per turn. A little behind where maybe he should be at this stage, but honestly, with the state of his empire and how kind of well-oiled the machine is, I think he's solid, especially when we consider where he actually is in the tech tree. We have a martial code nearby, we have battle line and manor nearby, and then bodkin near enough by, so 78 science could be higher, but we're in a decent spot. If we hop over to Yagman, comparatively, he doesn't have any resource economy higher than 100. His stockpiles aren't the worst.
I mean Nizar, but so.
Sorry, Nizar, yes. If we hop over to Nizar, his incomes are like okay, it's not awful, but comparatively, he essentially has half the economy of Yagman, and then of course he has an income deficit of negative 200 gold per turn. And his science rate is 54. Yeah, Nizar has had struggled with science for the entire game, and that's another reason why, despite being in a little bit of a low spot right now with Yagman, he's been high on it. Like he spent like 10 or 5 turns or so at 100 science per turn. So overall, in like the aggregate, he's where he needs to be.
I'm just calling out the turn has toggled over to Nizar. So.
Yep, I'm here.
Yep. 42 orders.
42 orders, yep. I think their order economy is mostly the same right now, just to take a quick peek at that. Yeah, we have we have the advantage to Nizar, but probably about 10 order advantage to Nizar. But I think Axum is spending about 10 on worker turns right now. So he really could kick it into...
10 on improvements and 2 on fortify.
Yeah. He could kick it in an overdrive and just go full military mode here and go for the conquest. But after that tactical decision in the last round, I'm not sure.
I really do wonder if players realize Fortify does take an order every turn until it ticks up to full. So it's like very expensive. Like I've seen people just kind of Fortify instantly, maybe thinking it's free. It's not free. It takes an order every turn until it ticks up to 5.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just because, like, if you're serving a purpose, so I think he's expecting, like, maybe I'll zone block this path, right?
Well,
yes,
the warrior fortified is definitely just going to instantly die. That one doesn't.
yes,
Fortified
this is,
completely.
well, I mean, that could be a bait, right? Maybe he's like, hey, come kill this, and maybe he'll do some really good damage
Maybe.
next turn. Because, like, yeah, I definitely think this was an odd play. However, maybe, he's going to surprise us, and maybe he wants,
Yep.
Nizar to stay a little tempted in the fight, because based off of the armies I'm looking here, and of course the overall production of both empires, I think Yagman can afford to lose a couple of units, I guess.
Yeah, I'd also love to see Yagman like get a boat out somewhere and like plop it on those pearls and just anchor to give himself a little bit of movement as well. Even though it'll trigger Nizar's boats coming to kill the boat, he does have a lot of archers there, and having a little bit of sea movement would be really helpful. He
Now,
could have hit the boat in Sabay, for example. So that's just
now here's a question. Typically, abilities from land onto the ocean don't work, but if he had a zealot on an archer, do you know if he would enlist a trireme on a kill?
I'm not sure, but I believe the answer is yes.
Oh, nice,
I
cool,
don't see any reason why it wouldn't.
cool.
Because you could also just put a zealot on a trireme and enlist a trireme that way, so it's not like the ability is not allowed in water or something. And it's not like a stun. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, the tactician can go both ways, but the tactician, if it's on an archer, will not stun a ship.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
vice
remember.
versa, a tactician on a ship will not stun anything it hits on land, so...
Given that you can enlist stuff with an onager from like 5 tiles away, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to enlist a boat, but yeah, not sure.
King
Definitely
Baziah, we're getting asked by the ruler for Assyria. King Baziah is 62 years old. He's a swift, fierce, heckler zealot with the armor of the hero. So, I mean, that's and pretty decent stats. So, he's certainly fit for war. Swift is a
This is
solid...
our 3rd ruler, whereas Yagman is on his 4th ruler.
Yeah.
Because he just had his...
And on Yagman's side, we have a 10 courage zealot with ranger, righteous, humble, and ruthless. So that's pretty
on
boosted
that
as well.
horseman, making it 8.8 damage
Yeah,
unit.
gross. Wait a minute. I don't understand that. I take a horseman that doesn't have that boosted zealot on it, and I go up here and I look at the combat, and it does 10 damage to this archer in the open flatland. If I then grab the queen and go for it, it's now doing 11. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
What?
Maybe it's because I think I know what's happened. The general was just assigned, so it's not counting the general's damage yet. It will next turn.
Oh, maybe. That doesn't seem accurate though. Upset.
But no, because it is doing the attack on. I'm not sure.
Could that upset maybe, and then maybe family opinion? What is it? It's no, it's a pleased family as well. I don't know. I'm curious about what's happening there.
There's also a weird. Oh wait, let me check here. Let me toggle it over from. Huh? Yeah, that is odd. Not really sure. We can check it out on the Yagman stream. On Yagman's side turn, see what happens. I agree that seems odd.
All right, so I suspect Nizar is doing math right now, seeing if he wants to go for more kills, see if he wants to take anything out. He certainly would be able to if he stays in the fight, and the nice thing...
Warrior in the south is free and it's 50 training, so... Right, he did kill a raider in the north with his boats.
He could do that, yeah.
He killed a raider in the north with his boats. You can check with the unit killed.
Let's see if that ballista moved. It did not. No, it didn't move. We had only one Shotalai that moved. I'd like to see the elephant move up a little bit too. That panic could become quite useful in this tight corner.
He does say he's still thinking. Sorry for taking so long. It's a pretty interesting turn to do. And of course, he does have that sea movement, so he could just, screw this place. I'm going across. I'm going to go say hello to Sabat. I don't think that's going to end well for him, but he could.
So Nizar is attempting to zone of control lock the sea movement, but he's not quite getting it. So it's a little bit of a...
Yeah, because you can just move across that tile.
Yeah.
The little inlets are kind of hard.
I think he could cut it off like around here-ish. But yeah, he's not quite getting that. zone of
I don't know
control.
that I would be using orders on that initially right now. I'd first figure out what I'm doing with my attacking orders. Like, I also don't love that he attacked a raider randomly in the north. Like, that does not matter at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and if anything, what I would do is I would move back right pretty much directly to the Sea of Crete tile. I'd anchor there just to provide more
Yep.
threat. Like if Yagman's really going to keep denying this anchor range, well, that just eats up more units.
yep. I mean, he already has a militia standing in that hill there. Yeah, I would love to see that anchor in the Sea of Crete a long time ago at this point as well. And the Mediterranean ship being slightly one tile northeast so that you could threaten the other coast as well. All right, let's see what Nizar does here. This is he only has his one siege tower that ran away last turn with a forced march.
Oh, he's killing raiders too. Okay.
Yeah, he killed the raider in the north, which
Yep.
I guess gets him 50 training since he's a hero. So, but I think given how order tight everything is going to be, oh, here we go, crits, and we have the Demit dead in this by Sabai.
All right. Simple enough. So he's staying in the fight. Honestly, I think this is good for Yag. I think this is gonna be good for him because if like here's hoping that now with the Zealot on the throne, he's ready to head in and do like a route or something, and like he'll get the hang of it this time now that the spears aren't in the way. But if he goes, you figure maybe he loses a couple units. Right here, maybe.
Yeah, this feels really bold from Nizar, given that he has pretty good vision of everything that is in Sabai, and that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I really don't feel strong about Nizar right here, but I mean he is an aggressive player and he likes to try and punish his opponents. So
yeah, I guess one advantage of that warrior is it does prevent those spears from going in and killing horses. So maybe that was one reason.
yes, and I think that's what
orders
that
as well.
was about, because even if you kill the spear, you're still this single demit back here is doing enough zone of control that you can't get across. So you would have to kill both units. So in terms of the aggressive play, I kind of was a bit cheeky and I was like, oh, this is a waste of orders. But in terms of the tactical element, yeah, this was actually not a bad idea at all. So
I mean, it's good to protect his very vulnerable horsemen, because otherwise those horsemen could walk right in.
I think if anything,
the spears.
Yeah. I think if anything, it's just kind of showcasing a little bit more of Yagman's style of kind of being like cool and calculated. So maybe he, unlike us, who was ready to like just dive right in with our horsemen, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a better defensive position. If I lose a couple, like a demit or an axe or whatever, it's fine, because I think Yagman knows that Nizar staying in this fight right now is bad for Nizar. It's not bad for Yagman. It's bad for Nizar.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, if I have 7 horsemen, I'm happy to throw a horseman away. So, like.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's why he played a little bit more defensive last turn, just to kind of like see, kind of what Nizar is gonna do. And then, here's hoping. My fingers are crossed that he really flexes his muscles next turn at some point. But yeah, I definitely understand the zone of control on these spears. Not bad. Thanks everybody for joining us at the moment. You're just in time to watch what could be the penultimate battle between Nizar and Yagman. I think if Yagman loses this battle and to the point where like he starts having to retreat and maybe surrender the city, which I honestly don't see happening. But if it does happen, then I think the game continues. I think if Nizar loses this battle, I think the game is over.
Yeah, I don't see what stops Yagman just continuing to march in.
So that's why I do agree that this move from Nizar, I mean, we were both shocked when he moved in for the swordsman last session anyway. Which was pretty cool to see, but I mean, he runs the risk of fighting a potentially game-losing battle by just trying to eliminate that swordsman advantage. All right,
Siege tower
Siege
coming
tower.
in here. Yep, and again, not attacking the urban tile.
Wow. Okay. He's trying to go for a kill here, which is fine.
You
That's
really
just
feel
gonna
like you want to use the
that's
siege
just
tower
gonna
to
open up a
attack the
tile. Oh my god, the right. Well, if you wanted the route chain last turn,
No, yeah. The siege tower as well. Oh my god.
oh man,
I wonder whether he.
we
I mean, in theory,
we
you could
certainly
route all the. You could route all the archers and then come back and enlist the siege tower at the end. I don't know if you have enough damage for that,
nope,
but
nope.
like,
Point of order on that. Not if you're routing with the ruler because you cannot enable enlist mid route.
oh, I didn't realize that. That's a great
Yeah.
point.
Which is great.
So, yeah,
Honestly,
then,
that is completely balanced. I do not think you should be able
no,
to.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I really don't particularly love. I mean, he can. You don't particularly love the zealot on the ruler then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an awkward. I really think zealot ruler, which are awesome. I think it's an awkward place to be on a routing unit because you basically have to decide: do you want to take a bunch of kills with the ruler, or do you want to enlist? Like that's the trade-off.
Yeah, I think it's best on a ranged unit. Like I would love it on the archer in the city because then you could just
honestly
take anything you like.
Honestly, most generals are best on range units. I think an interesting exception actually is the hero. I think they're pretty decent. Ironically enough, on ranged. Mounted units, just because you can. That makes them super mobile, so you can kind of fit them wherever you can organize a potential launch offensive.
Yeah, I agree with chat here that it would be really interesting to see the enlist on the siege tower.
Yeah,
just because
I really hope we see that. I really hope.
Nizar's ambition that much harder because he has to control 2 siege towers.
And let's think about this. Let's think about this here. What are siege towers strong against? They're strong against range units, right? They're defensive, exactly. And where is that siege tower right now, everybody? Let's say it all out loud. It's in the woods. So,
all right, we've got some combat here.
Yep.
We did clear that blocking warrior.
Yeah, so we did go to kill that warrior. That was fine. But yeah, that puts everybody down here. Maybe he comes up for another kill, so that would give Yagman some more things to think about. But
yeah, just eyeballing the forces here, it just does not feel Nizar has enough.
Wow.
And like he's got his battering rams are like unupgraded all the way in the north.
Nizar is really committing to this southern pass here. This is fascinating to me. I love this. This is great. I mean, it's certainly a scary thing to look at with all your horsemen because these spears are still strong against these horsemen. I'll be curious to see if Yagman is willing to take losses here and just obliterate these archers in the north at the cost of a couple of horsemen.
I mean, I don't think the spears get past the Demit. I think that worker is blocking, right? So they.
No, but I think there are enough units too that it's like he'll come up here, he'll be able to kill a Demit, and he'll be able to advance further, depending on what Yagman does. So basically, what I'm saying is Yagman will have to decide: is he going to keep playing more defensive to try to stop this advance of spears?
Kill a Demit? Like the spears only do like 5 damage to the Demit, and there's only 3 places.
I'm seeing seven from this commander. All right, we have a spear coming up as well.
Okay.
Wow, cool. All right, so that's gonna make it a little bit trickier to get
next
the routed.
To an axe. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can do what you got to do, I guess. Tons of generals on Assyria, by the way, and not as many generals in Axum. So this is a pretty efficient fighting force. And since I have to give, honestly, looking at this now, I have to give Nizar props for this in terms of his strategic planning. Nearly every single spear has a tactician on it. And so you're dealing with stirrups and a melee horseman. So that's just going to be difficult to deal with. You basically can't use your horses against the spears, which is standard anyway, but I like to see that tactician pass.
All right, let's see what Yagman does here. And I presume we're going to start the turn timer now.
Yeah, and I'm my fingers crossed for some aggression here. I think this posturing would be enough to make some players probably back off because that is a lot of spears and we have mostly horses. But I'm really hoping to see Yagman show his teeth here. Because I think if he wants it and can puzzle it out, it's entirely possible this entire battalion of archers could die. All right.
Yeah, and that that boat does slow a coastal limit a little bit. I'm okay with not doing a turn timer this session. No, we should do a turn timer.
Hey, you guys
time as well.
You guys got 8 minutes.
You have over
Relax.
10 minutes banked. You have over 10 minutes banked. Oh my god. Okay. Well.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, players agreed, so nothing we can do.
Well, whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
All
I
right,
mean,
how is the weather over where you are?
well, you know what? It's fine because honestly, it's okay because this is there's still no undo, so tactile
Yep,
mistakes
yep.
are still on the table. And honestly, we've had some nice build up, we've had some nice tension in the final match. But like I said, this could be the penultimate fight. So
Ultimate, I think you mean.
yeah, so well, yeah, exactly, yes. So it could be the final battle of the match, the game-defining battle for sure. And so at least in this
I just
session, I
don't
think
love
we'll have
attacking
plenty
with
of action to focus on.
I just don't love attacking with archers and spears on turn 91. That just does not feel like
No,
the right time for archers and spears.
no, but
So
I mean, with his tech rate,
here's the
Nizar has
the
no other
Shalatai.
options, but he could be playing
Here's the
defense.
Shalatai.
Yep. And this
Did
the
disarm.
nearby one? It was the nearby one, so still no force marches from the far back here.
Yeah, he also hasn't moved the ballista and has not moved the archer on Oddwa.
What I don't like here is he's not. So Yagman, right, just used this well-promoted archer on with Highlander, Combat 10, whatever. He could have used an archer that would have done less damage to the spear and then killed it with the axe or something.
He is clearing the spot. Presumably he's going to
Maybe a spear.
I think we're gonna see an enlist on the siege tower.
Well, or actually, I guess using archer right here, even though it would wait. I'd use this archer to kill the spear. That would give me 2 melee attacks against the rams if I need it. And then work our
It's
way.
really tight on ranged units right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But that's why it would be a really good blow to just eliminate these archers from Assyria, because that's most of the archers that Assyria actually has. And you can't route through spear units. Can't route through spear units. Did Nizar just try to bait him into thinking he could route? Because Nizar himself even said, "Oh, here comes the route."
Yeah, I'm not sure. Presume he didn't, but oh yeah, I don't understand why it doesn't route something.
Oh my God!
No. Spearman.
Right. So Nizar knows. So why would he say? He was. He was trolling him. Nice.
Wow.
That's brutal.
Today I learned. Well, he won't forget that lesson.
All right. Well, Yagman is going to have to adapt to that tactical reality in real time.
I mean, he can still do a ton of damage here.
There's still some potential here. So let's take a look at what damage we can do. We can do there we go. All right, so we still have a route potential. Here we go. The ruler can come in and get this, and then I think this whole line's dead. How will it not be dead? Because then you can just literally horse hit route, horse
you just chain
hit
with your horses,
route.
And you just
Exactly.
Which way is he going to attack? I presume he's going to attack into the archer to the southeast.
Although now he's only doing
southwest.
10. Now he's only.
I'm not sure what's going on with that.
That's weird.
I feel like that horseman should have a lot more damage.
I thought it was originally doing 10, but that's weird. Did we lose opinion here? Oh, you know what I like to do? You know what I would do right here too? I'd take like a worker back here. Sorry, I'm stopping the fight. We're so close to friendly opinion with the champions. I would just
buy a tile.
Yeah, literally, I've done it. I would literally just sell a tile from one city to the to the champions, giving them plus 20 opinion right now. I love doing dumb stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a 5 possessed combat boost, so why not?
You could easily sell a patron tile.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah.
I don't think there's an unimproved one that he could sell. I guess he could sell this boat. Yeah, he could sell the. He could sell. No, he can't.
Yeah, they're all improved. They're all improved. So
no, I think the water southeast of the crabs would work, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, fun tactics you can do, chat, if you want to. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so the combat drop because no longer family territory, maybe. He was a champion horse in a champion territory. So we have Yagman looking for a little bit of extra damage to keep this route chain moving. Oh, honestly, wait a minute. If he just attacks with this horse, he does 9 damage. Then the ruler can finish it off with 11.
He also still has his archer that can do 1.
But then you lose that ability to do the route chain.
So if I were him, I would have this horse attack the archer to the southeast, then have the ruler attack in, route. Then the ruler can do 11 to the next one, so then we need to find 11 damage somewhere.
We don't have enough range nearby, I
We
don't
don't
think.
have enough range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you really
maybe
need
we're
to
trying
have
find a
this
way to
unit
erase the
do the
siege.
routing. You really need the.
I think we're trying to find enough to kill the siege then.
So what can we do to make that happen?
I don't think we have it.
Oh no,
It's
we
at
have 2
19.
damage back here on this archer. So this archer can move
It's
on
at
to one of these hills,
19.
do 2 damage.
We can do 13.
Yeah. So what we
it's more
do,
damage.
Is we hop here, and we do 2 damage, and then this horse can do 9, and
Where do we have to do? 2 damage?
11. So 2 plus 9 is 11.
Right,
Or we
here's-
can disarm it. Woo! There we go.
Okay, he went into the
I
okay.
love it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then-
There we go.
Then I think we can. How do we continue this chain?
Now we're running. Yeah, we're running out of room.
Do we have a boat? We do not have a boat.
We don't have a boat. We don't have. We need more
We don't
damage.
have a tile.
Maybe another. Would another Demit work? I don't know.
A Sholatai maybe? Let's see. Sholatai will bring you 8 damage and disarm. Maybe?
Oh,
I really wish
this
guy
one.
would
This
see if the
one.
ro-
That would be. We could do with this fortified one. We would do 5. Disarm it. That would be enough. Yeah. So yeah, we're having a ranged composition problem here.
I mean, it's also just a really awkward, tight spot to fight.
Well, but no, yes, you're correct. But that's what makes ranged units so valuable.
Yes. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Still hasn't moved that archer in Adwa or the ballista, so
Yeah.
he is a little order constrained here. So.
And oh man, yes, and 100%. If we had the ballista in this fight, this would be so over.
Yeah.
Well, because like even getting the ballista down to deal with all these spears would be fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, all right, he just attacked into that.
Okay.
And I guess he can take his ruler. Oh, he needs 1 more hit point of damage. Can he
And
get 1 more hit point?
dude, sell a tile, sell a tile.
Yeah, selling a tile would do it.
Get 5% combat damage. It might be enough.
That might be enough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously before the attacks, it would have been even better to do that. Yeah.
That's funny. That is so funny.
Yeah. Family opinion makes a big difference.
It does. It really does. Are we influenced here too? We're not influenced. Oh, we could.
We're
Oh,
not
even
influenced.
better. We could legitimize the bastard.
We could legitimize that. Would work as well.
That would add so much more
That
opinion.
would.
Oh, dude.
Plus 40 opinion.
We could
That would do it as well.
legitimize and influence them. I love doing that too. I'm like, oh wait, I'm about to fight a war. Let's just boost this opinion.
Legitimize is instant too, right?
Yes, it would be like an instant plus 80 opinion.
All right. Well, I think that's it for Yagman. Here.
Possibly, yeah.
Still in a really, really good spot. So.
Yeah, still not bad. I mean, he's definitely going to lose some horsemen next turn, which is all right. And he got the hero out of the combat, which is important. So there will be no
Nizar is
launch
now
offensive
showing
next
as
turn.
Weaker. Nizar is now showing as weaker as well.
Oh, that's nice. Nice for Yagman. Weaker and primitive. It's going to be hard to climb out from that. Tactics will decide everything here.
Yeah. Definitely don't quite understand the logic behind the attack here from Nizar originally, because I don't feel like
I really think he felt. I think he saw that fortified swordsman up front and was like, oh, "I'm going to take that advantage away from Yagman right now." And then, I mean, it's not like Yagman really had a powerful response after the fact. So I think that tempted Nizar to stay in the fight and keep posturing.
actually there's the good point from chat. Legitimacy would not have made a difference there, or the legitimize, because family head opinion, as Siontific points out, is
What?
capped at plus 200. So he's already getting plus 200 from the oligarch for champions.
It's not capped at 200. It's only the religion one
Opinion
is.
from the opinion from the oligarch is capped at plus 200 for family opinion. If you hover over champions, you can see. That guy's plus 310.
Oh wow! I
So
don't
if
think
you
I ever noticed that. I never realized it worked for the oligarch too.
If you hover over the plus 87, it'll
No, I can
show
see
you
it now.
actually.
I can see it now. I thought that was only applied to religion. So
No,
wow.
yeah. Great point there from, I think, Siontific.
Well, you could still sell a tile, so there's that.
You could still sell it. You could also influence the religious head, because you're not at plus 200 there either.
Yep, you could influence her. You could also influence Oh, well, I guess it wouldn't work on the ruler. Okay, yeah, wow. I don't think I knew that the oligarch was capped too. I knew the
I
religion was
mean,
capped.
usually you don't get an oligarch to plus 300, so usually it doesn't matter. So,
Yeah.
all right, how does Yagman respond here?
All right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what we can do here. I
I'm
suspect
sorry,
he
Nizar
stays in this
respond, not
fight.
Yagman, not Yagman. And we do to get an interesting militia moved up there as well. So the siege tower is not trapped because I think it can just go out by the boat.
Well, it's still a fantastic move, and this is, I'm going to take this opportunity to mention for chat. You know, this is the type of thing that with civilian blockers, like if this were a worker, but also just a crappy militia, it's like in order to save this tower, or even just come in here and do more damage.
No,
You know,
he has sea movement.
huh? Oh, sea movement. Right. Okay, never mind. Well, without the boats, because a boat is disappearing. Okay. He's finally in the correct spot for a decent zone of control lock, because now look at the ocean movement. That's where he needed to be.
Much worse.
That's where he figured it out. That's where he needed to be, everybody. He did it. Good job, Nizar. Good job. Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yagman is kind of fighting with only a small part of his army here. So that's also a problem. Oh, he is now finally anchoring, but still not anchoring in the right spot. Oh my god. The trireme should
Oh,
be
it's
anchored
slightly
one
off.
tile
It's
to the
slightly,
north.
it's slightly off.
I mean,
Well,
it's very hard to tell without undo, honestly. So
yeah. Honestly, I agree. It's really figure out, like, even I find even with undo, I struggle to find exactly where the anchor range. Even though I know it's the movement range, I always feel like I'm off by one tile.
yeah, it's much nicer to undo because you can be like, oh no, that's not the right spot. What is the right spot? Find it. It is year 92 indeed. And yeah, the thing that's capped at plus 200 is the opinion pass through from the oligarch head to the family. That can only pass through
Yes.
plus 200.
So, since I'm streaming here, I'll point it out for the viewers right now. So what it is yes, the oligarch has 310 opinion of us, but as you can see right here, it says the opinion that we're getting is plus 200. So it actually does cap out, and I never do that. I knew the religion opinion does that. So up here, this one will cap out at 200. But anyway,
Nizar is retreating and attacking as he falls back with his archers.
nice. So
Unfortunately, that may be okay. He's filling the gap good with spears because otherwise,
he's moving up with spears. He's backing off. He's moving up with spears.
That's the right call. And then there goes the first horseman. Yeah, because if you did not do that, then suddenly you have huge problems because all those horsemen can come in.
Yeah. I think that's correct.
Honestly,
we're coming up with another siege tower. Okay. So definitely willing to hand the Axamites a siege tower, I guess, because whenever Yagman wants, he'll be able to enlist one.
Yeah, I guess he wants to kill the Shalatai. Or Shotelai? I'm not sure how to say it.
I think it's Shotala, yeah. This is really a cool pass. This is a cool battlefield to fight through, though. Not quite seeing the performance I would like from these horsemen, but it's still to see them in a fight. Nonetheless, stirrups, I think, was a smart grab in this combat, in this match overall from Yagman. I think it was the right play to grab stirrups.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you're facing Assyria, you know they're going to have siege because that's their unique unit. So horses are always a great choice against Assyria. Okay, so, I mean, props to Nizar. He's doing very good use of territory. He does have sea control.
Yeah.
He's making it really hard for Yagman to break out. He's filling in all the gaps as
There's
well.
another. Whoa, and we got a crit. Good old-fashioned
crit on
Assyrian
the
crit.
spear.
Nice to see. I'll be curious if it decides to come up here with a ship and just take this horse out and then get another spear up there if he can afford the orders, because he can kill this with a ship. I've moved some navy from the north down here to actually harass this coastal stacking. Like a trireme.
Yes.
A trireme will do 4 damage to these units. There's no real reason not to take advantage of that, in my opinion. Screw the anchor ability. Just start doing damage on all these units.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some ships randomly in the north fighting raiders.
Oh, and beautiful. We have amphibious on this trireme. Good God, man. Use amphibious.
Yeah, and it's not anchored. So, or it's anchored, not attacking.
Wow. Well, do we have any more amphibious? We don't have one in that one. Don't have one in that one. What about this one? I love amphibious promotion. It's such a good one. It makes them so good in a fight like this.
Yeah, what you could do is you could swap one of the. He does have. His hero is not on a unit. Okay, because I'm like he has enough for launch, but he doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd want to take the anchored biream, kill that horse, and then pull another biream to re-anchor.
yeah. He needs to. Have we gotten an assignment yet? Yeah, he needs to make sure he remembers to
He has
assign
not
his hero.
assigned.
I've seen that happen in some fights before. We get a hero in a combat, and then they die, and then
They just don't get reassigned.
yeah, the player doesn't bring back the hero, which is certainly a blunder. Yes, no, the general output is heavily favoring Assyria here. There isn't a single general apart from the ruler commanding the Axumite army, where the Assyrians have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generals, 7 if we include this axe back here, another one on a chariot all the way up here, so that's 8.
It is worth noting that Assyria's leader is a heckler, so maybe Axum's deliberately not putting on generals because it just makes the units weaker. So
Yeah, sort of. It depends on what the bonus is you're getting, but that's a good, interesting point. Yeah, because you could always do like you'll get more damage and shit, right? But yeah, that's actually an interesting
if
point.
it's a good general, right? Like
I would be
normally there's no downside on a general, but yeah.
yes. I would be deeply curious if Yagman is thinking that much into it. That would definitely be worth asking if we have a post-game chat after this session, if it happens to end here.
Yes.
All right, so it's 3 for 3. We lost 3 kills last turn, and we got 3 kills this turn as the Assyrians. So kill tempo on both sides is more or less equivalent, of course.
Strength-wise, we lost 15 strength. This time we killed 15 strength, so also equal on the strength side.
Yeah, and it's relatively similar in terms of losses.
Does have some awkward events here.
But even that,
Rising stars.
Oh, let's take a look at that. All right. We get a bunch of training. I like that. And then what's this one? Oh.
Get a bunch of civics, but piss off your chancellor.
Yeah. Well, we could afford to influence them. We could sell some resources.
Yeah. And also, like, get a bunch of civics.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite things. I love that the unit death and, like, leader death events are still enabled in competitive mode, because I just think, even though it is still, like, a little bit of RNG, I love the thematic element of, leaders fighting and dying in battle and all that shit. It's really great.
Yes.
All right, so we're coming up and doing some damage to this Demit. I don't think we might have enough orders for kill potential here, actually. Just need another archer nearby. This archer could come up. Yeah, we have kill potential here. We could do a force march on the axe and then move this archer in and take that. Yep, so I think we're going to... Oh, we don't even need to. I didn't realize this spear didn't attack. Yeah, we can kill this. So this is a little bit of a Spartan phalanx crawl here through the mountain pass.
Yep. With tactician generals as well.
Yeah, which is just fantastic. It's so cool to see.
Like, I understand blocking off tactically there, but like, I think you want your opponent to come into your territory. Right?
Yes, you do. You do. I agree, and I think this. Oh, we have the hero returning to combat. I think this battle would have gone a little bit better for Yagman potentially if he was more aggressive at first. They are now back to similar. So this is what's interesting. I think if Nizar keeps having rounds like this consistently, things could go the other way, although he will face the production of the Axumite Empire. So
yes, and pretty much every Axumite city is producing a unit or an apprentice officer, and none of the almost none of the Assyrian cities is producing because the Assyrian economy can barely support.
I still don't get the officer from the city with the Colosseum in it.
The officer this late does not make sense.
Yeah. But oh well, whatever.
Turn 92 officer is not great. So we do have rebel.
Let's see.
We have Zoroastrian descent in this.
We are 5 more years from a new swordsman, though. So even if we start getting pushed back here, I think by the time all of these units get close and start taking the city, or even if they do and start moving to the next pass, we will have a new swordsman to come mess up these spearmen. But that's also the value. Go ahead.
Still hasn't moved that ballista either, which would
Yeah.
help a lot. Go ahead.
Yes, that would help a tremendous amount. I feel bad because I think since it popped on this range right tucked here at the edge of the map, I feel like maybe Yagman just has forgotten about it. Not
Very
like
possible, yeah.
not an
Yeah, but I
offer.
mean, usually you're cycling through all your military units. At least I do, clicking that 2 button or whatever it is for you. Yeah. And just cycling through all the units to see what you can move, especially in wartime.
And that will be the value of taking out as many archers as you can, because once that swordsman comes back, you don't want it to be able to get poked down.
All right, let's see here. And of course, Assyria does get extra orders on those kills. So with 4 kills, he got 8 extra orders, which helps.
Oh, right. Yep, that's going to be brutal to deal with, too.
Yeah, his economy is in not great shape. He can't afford to upgrade these siege towers.
All right, so maybe Yagman is going to really press an advantage of this terrain here and do some serious damage. So maybe we will be proven wrong about...
I mean, I feel like both those siege towers are potentially dead this turn.
It really... But the thing is, though, my thing is posturing, and we have to factor in the human element and morale, right?
Yeah.
Axum's still looking at a sizable force that has just had a pretty solid round of combat and is still advancing against them. So it's all going to come down to how aggressive and how confident Yagman's going to feel next turn. If he goes in for kills, then yeah, he can get more kills. But if he backs off, then that would be that could be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, honestly though, like falling back to behind your city and inviting Nizar in some ways isn't bad.
No, no, it would actually probably be the smart thing to do, because there's still open flat terrain out here. This is another reason why I probably wouldn't have spent too much time improving these tiles out here, because, well, I guess the hills don't matter, and this is a marble, so never mind. But
yeah,
improvements don't count as clear, of course.
All right, well, one more turn here, or one more order. Still has that open event.
And it's this. I'm really glad that Nizar figured out the zone of control situation with the ocean, because now this ability to reinforce is really in a tough spot.
Although he could, of course, plink those boats with his archers.
I don't know. That trireme's gonna...
Awkwardly, Axum's forces are really badly split here. Like, he's just got a lot of forces that are just not participating, and he's fighting in a tiny choke with not very many ranged units.
Yeah, which is a bummer, because like I feel like if we were gonna, clog up this path and play defensively, I figure, all right, maybe you do that, you back up your units a little bit, and then you advance your behind army while you still have that coastal movement, and then you get everything like around here-ish, and then you go in for a nice attack, even if Assyria advances.
Yeah, I mean, even if Assyria ends up having fewer forces, if they can bring their full army against half your army, that's not going to be a good situation for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, because now that their strengths are similar, that's the thing to focus on, is that pretty much the majority of the Assyrian army is right here. Whereas I think it's fair to say Axumite's army is split 50-50 between this location and this location. So technically speaking, Axum is actually fighting this battle at half strength.
Yes, and of course, with the sea movement, all the Assyrian army can quickly get to where they need to be.
Exactly. So that's
apart from the couple defending Margaret Island, there's really...
Yeah, and that's going to be the puzzle and the predicament for Yagman to fight around that, especially if Nizar does end up getting another anchor in the Sea of Crete, because that will really open up, like, this whole army could just teleport over here. Lock in this army completely.
Might be a misplay in that, like, suddenly Axum will be able to collapse on both sides and bring their full... Congrats, you have the army split, and now...
Well, yeah, because before, when Axum had the coastal movement, that would have been a misplay. Right. But now, with an anchor, if Assyria just plopped onto this side and started coming in, I think that could be devastating. I think that could be devastating.
If they dive too deep, like if they land at Kubar or something, that would be a mistake, because you don't want to land next to the...
No. I would come...
Yeah. On the other side of Sabat, yes.
Yeah. So. And then just make sure everything in Sabat is going to get killed by my spears.
Yeah. Well, Sabai or Sabat? Because there's two.
Oh, Sabai. Sabat's up here. All right, back to...
All right. looks like we have a retreat and a heal from that horseman here. Yagman. If you want to swap over to Yagman, Cam, unless you prefer to stay on the defender.
All right,
And
no,
we
but we do have
some
an attack though, so we're still. That's good. That's showing
archers.
me he's feeling confident. It's great.
Archer attacks. It's like on that spearman.
Oh, this is what I call, by the way, chat. This is what I mean when I say rounding errors. Look at that, exactly 1 damage. This is why more ranged attacks or things like splash damage or cleave from,
opinion.
all sorts of the extra little bits of damage that you can get from different units are just so important because this is so common.
He also does have pearls he can throw at the champions, which would help. Probably would want.
We're dropping on opinion actually with champions, which is unfortunate.
Well, discontent from all those cities ticking up slowly will do it.
Yeah, there's negative 460 opinion from them now. But we still, I mean, an influence mission wouldn't be a bad idea to see here. We could influence the religious head, and that would help.
Yep. Obviously need presence of mind to be able to do that in combat, right? It's very easy to forget, especially when you're attacked.
Sure.
So.
That's just something I do every time I'm like, especially because I'm so aware of those rounding errors. I'm always thinking, how the hell can I get 1 more damage? And it doesn't always work. In fairness for chat, it doesn't always work. We could sell a tile, have the crossover, a couple tiles, have the crossover to pleased, get that 5% combat boost. And then when you come back, I've had this happen. You're still 1 damage shy. It doesn't actually do enough to change the math. So it's not like a foolproof solution, but it's something I'll try every now and then.
But in general, before going into combat, you want to get your families with lots of units to friendly if you can. So.
Yeah, 100%. Still no enlisting happening
yet. How is
yet.
Syria's opinion? Syria, for example, their champions are friendly. So
I think it would be a good idea. We have plenty of civics. I think it would be a good idea to try to enlist that siege tower that's in the woods, because I don't think Axum would be able to kill that easily.
Yeah, well, let's see. He's using his archers here. Presumably kill that spear, and then he can put 2 horsemen on that siege tower, which will do 15 damage, and he needs to find... Oh, man, he needs to find 1 more point of damage.
Crazy.
I guess he can pull that archer all the way from the...
Well, he does have 1 archer that hasn't attacked yet.
He has the archer by Adwa as well.
Yes, that he has an archer back here, yes.
So if he does horse, leader horse, archer, and then archer by Adwa going into city center and hitting the siege tower in the forest, he can enlist the siege tower in the forest.
That's 18, yeah, that's 15, and he needs...
He needs the Adwa.
Oh, we're coming in. All right.
All right, there's the first attack.
Wow, yeah. Maybe he's got it. Maybe he's figured it out.
We'll see.
Yep, he figured it out. Nice job, Alcaris. You called it. He's got it. I'm assuming he's going to go for the enlist and not the route here.
I assume enlist, yeah.
Because really, I mean...
There's the archer, and now enlist. Don't forget to press enlist.
Let's go.
Don't forget to press enlist. He hasn't enlisted. He did enlist.
Yay! There we go. All right, cool.
Yes! Love to see it. Love to see it. And as you point out, that is going to be really hard for Assyria to kill, because it's in the wood. Like, how much does an archer do?
These archers won't do shit to it. So you're going to have to use melee, and you only have 2 tiles to attack from, and the rest of the archers won't do a damn thing. They could do 1, 2 damage. Even the hero is just the hero directly next to the thing does exactly 2 damage. Yeah, this thing's not dying.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yes, and he can enlist again next turn.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll be curious to see how Nizar reacts to this. Still, though, we lost 4 units this turn, and it looks like we're probably only going to get 1, maybe 2. Maybe we do some damage down here.
We killed a spear and got a siege tower, which is technically better than a kill because we flipped it.
Yes. No. Yes. 100%. And I like to see that. And it's decently promoted. It's got well, I guess it only has combat, but still, it has that crit. Yeah, I think Nizar's realizing that thing is a fortress in the woods, and in fairness, Nizar, you did do that to yourself, but, yep, here we are. Classic Zealot doing classic Zealot stuff.
And let's see what okay, we've got another horseman moving up here. He is pulling some more units down. We've got another Sholatai on the way in the east. So the way enlist works, Filthy, is he can enlist again next turn if he pays 400 civics. So it's not a 3-turn cooldown on enlist; it's a 3-turn application. So it lasts for 3 years. That it'll enlist the next thing you kill. So you could apply it, and then if you don't kill something this turn, you can take benefit from the next 2 turns. But as long as you have 400 civics, you can enlist every turn. It's a 3-turn duration.
He actually could kill if he really desperately wanted to. He could kill the siege tower, and I figured out how. If he disanchors the nearest ships he has to this conflict, he could do 3 attacks from the coast with ships, and then he would be able to. Once he kills this horse, which I assume he'd be able to do, he'd be able to get in with I think enough units to use a launch offensive and do enough damage to. Kill this.
That is a lot of investment too.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm not saying it's worth it. I'm just saying I'm just saying it's possible. That's funny.
Yeah, the 3-turn thing means that you can enlist your next kill, and that will last for 3 turns. It's a duration on the buff, if you will. Honestly, I think I agree with Solver. It should just be it works for this turn, and because I don't know why you would ever spend 400 civics and then not kill something with
I think the cooldown is the thing is fine because especially in this arena, because what if you mess up? What if you misclick?
That's true.
So having it happen in the next kill does make sense. So it's if something happens where you can't, maybe you do the math wrong too. That's another thing.
That's true, but it is not a cooldown. So
yeah, not a cooldown. But
as long as you have the civics, and he does have pretty healthy civics income, he can do it every turn.
Yeah, he can get one next turn, and I suspect he's got 200
2
civics.
turns.
Yeah. Yes, in another 2 turns. Yeah. All right, so we still have some posturing from the Axomites and upgraded axes. That's good to see.
Worker upgraded to militia randomly, which doesn't feel worth it. You can just keep the worker there, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think you need to spend the training on it, to be honest. I agree. Speaking of training, we could rush more stuff out if we have to. Honestly, I'm really feeling the diversity of combat here because this might not be a bad moment to bring out a couple of horse archers to deal with these spears.
Yes, horse
to be
archers,
honest.
Underappreciated unit.
Yeah.
6-turn range. He does have a horse archer back in the champion seat.
Yeah,
so
well,
that's
build
one at some point, unless that was a free
far
one.
away.
Yeah, he does need to consolidate his forces here. I think part of the problem is
he has to fight.
Axum could Assyria could swap.
Yeah.
Assyria could suddenly switch where they're attacking, somewhat, which doesn't feel likely considering the spear commitment in the south. So.
I wonder if there would be a weird tactical play where you just take your whole Axumite army and just bring it right down here, and say, "Come towards me if you want." Because even if they start filling the tiles, they're going to be in your territory.
Yeah. I mean, come at me, bro, is always a good idea. It's a little risky when you're facing siege towers because they can flip cities very quickly, especially with water combat. I'm not sure I would Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think one of these guys would still do. I mean, this horse is still doing 9 damage to a ram on urban, so it would still probably do 7 damage to a siege tower, give or take. So even if you filled this, even if you instantly took the city, you're still. I think this is a better battlefield potentially to fight over than trying to get through this awful. Because so much of Yagman's military is melee. But I don't know. That's just a weird thought I had.
Yep. All right. So back to Nizar. Yagman is taking a break, but the timer's already paused.
Yeah, he'll have plenty of time to.
I think we have seen someone play Babylon in the tournament. I'm pretty sure we have. Trying to respond to chat. So.
I don't know if we've had. Well, we have one Babylon player in the tournament so far. There's been a scheduling delay on the match that's been happening, but I believe Mongrel Eyes versus Droner has somebody playing Babylon in it.
Yes. With the continuation, actually, part 2 tomorrow.
Yes, which is super exciting. I'm going to try and cover that. I think it's in the morning, but I'm going to try and make sure I can cover it.
Yes. Yeah, just post if you can. There's 3 matches tomorrow morning. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, which is a bummer because I don't know that I can. I was originally planning not to cast anything tomorrow, but I mean, hey, you know what? Tournament season is here, and I want all of this stuff on video if we could get it. So I'm probably going to rearrange my day.
All right, let's see what Nizar does here. 57 orders. He's basically stopped all improvement at this point. We have no orders going towards improvements, which makes sense.
And he is
That was a
Axum, so
little
it is
painful.
more than 59 orders for every guy he kills. And I think he's feeling blood in the water, to be honest. I think, he's made it this far. He's doing well. Of course, the siege tower is going to be a hurdle, but I think Nizar is fully committed here.
He's got another siege tower in the north that he can bring down. He's kind of advancing around the east here. Awkwardly, he's got these desert tiles.
Yeah.
He is running epic, so he can't take advantage of that river. He is roading. He is moving the spear up to kill this horse, I guess. Oh, there's the hero in place. We do have enough for a launch, so presumably we're going to see a launch offensive here. I'd like to see an archer take the spot of that spearman in the southwest if we can.
Yeah, and we're not going to need it because we just got a brutal crit. Oh, man, that's just devastating.
Assyria doing Assyria things.
Yep.
But, as you said, exactly 1 point short.
Rounding errors, man, I'm telling you, they're awful. They're just infuriating.
But you could have the archer, one of the archers in the back, do 2 hit points.
This far one, even though it's wounded, I would probably use that. And even though it's well promoted, maybe I want to heal it instead, but it wouldn't have to move.
Yeah, I think I would potentially heal that one.
Or actually, no. Because if he gets this and he does launch offensive and move up some spears, I think he could take out this. He's coming up for a route.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to, but I dig it. He's coming up with a route. I think he can kill the Zealot this turn. I think that's on the table.
Potentially. It is, especially it is on an urban tile.
Yeah.
He could also use boats.
Yeah, so I think you just plink this with a archer. You move this guy up. Why aren't I getting the combat preview here? There we go.
The trireme would do 4 damage to the Zealot.
It would do 11 damage, and then you could launch offensive from there and guarantee that you take it out. Yeah, this Zealot can 100% die this turn.
Yeah.
That would be a bit of a blow for Yagman in terms of his tactical potential in the fight. Enlist certainly is a really great ability to be able to rely on in the heat of battle.
Can he take out the siege tower and the Zealot, though?
No, the siege tower is going to hang around. I don't think. Yeah, the siege tower. I agree with you. Like I said, it will take way too much investment. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to leave the siege tower hanging out, but
the Zealot at least prevents another siege tower getting enlisted. So
yeah, just keep killing other stuff. You don't really need to kill the siege tower. It's going to hurt, but do 9 or 7 damage.
He's moving the super strong one in here. Would love to see that spear be replaced with an archer. Because not going to get anything out of launch offensive there.
I think he's about to do that. Nope, he's coming up. All right, he's getting a kill. Let's see what he chooses to do here.
You could also slightly... Oh no, the spear is on the tile. You'd want to put the hero on. That's 1 unit down.
Yep, 1 unit down. And the question is does he move the ram up and then move the hero afterwards? Although if I guess you put the hero next to the siege tower, you risk it dying.
Yeah, I think...
Yeah, you could do 10 damage.
Like what is he going to attack here? I mean, he does have another siege tower available.
Yeah. He has all the orders in the world. There it is. It came from I like you bringing the unit from a far away up into the fight. Definitely a good use of your orders to get your backline unit. I always like to pull from the back if I can. So yeah, that's a really good move. I think the tactics for Nizar are pretty strong here, which is nice. It's making up for the blunder. of his first fight, and he's coming in with an archer, and then he'll have a launch
He's going to
offensive.
kill the zealot. Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll be able to do this, I think.
He can actually use the far injured archer to get that down to
Yes.
1 hit point.
Yes, and he can kill this thing even without the launch.
Yeah.
Right.
And got a crit, but zealot prevents crit, and there we go.
Nice. Oh, and he killed it with a
That's
rising
good.
star. He has a rising star hero, which could be interesting. He could end up.
Oh, and got a crit.
Whoa, nice. Maybe we will see.
I mean, I presume he's going to.
Oh wow, I think the thing could die.
I mean, it definitely can die now.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Good. That's a really good turn for
You can use ships
Nizar.
on it. You can use ships on it,
Mhm.
potentially.
I'll see if he. I'm curious if he'll figure that part out.
Like, obviously, if you launch and get another crit, then
Yeah. Well, yeah.
okay,
We're
here's the
gonna.
launch.
Yeah, you won't need to. So, really nice launch offensive, putting in work in this
No
combat.
crit this time.
No crit this time, but we still have some. I mean, if he uses the ship, he can 100% kill this thing.
He needs to use a ship to do 2 damage, and then the other 2 attacks will work.
Yep. We'll see if he can figure that out.
I would pull a ship.
He's
from the back
attacking.
somewhere.
He must have it. Yeah, he must realize that he can do this with a ship.
Back, six,
Welcome
Yagman.
back,
Awkward.
Yagman. Everything's on fire.
Yeah. Love to see a ship come down. Probably
Come on.
don't want to break your anchor.
I think he can break the center one, but yeah, he could also
You
force
don't want
march.
to break the Byream anchor. The one in
Yeah, you
Port Lotus.
could force march from over here, or
You could force march from Sabat. Yeah.
yeah. Still has this one to touch. I feel like he's trying to figure out how he can get the damage there, so I'll be curious if he can look to the sea for it.
I think you have to. There's no way to do it without a ship. I think.
Yes, I agree. I'm just wondering
Or
if he'll figure it out.
Actually, you can. Where's our chariot? Yeah, you just move the chariot onto the open tile.
Oh, no! Yeah, fantastic. Okay, yeah, he's got this.
Fact,
He's got this.
yeah,
Fantastic.
you could do that with a force march.
It's just a question. Honestly, I'm not sure I would do that. I think I'd still use the ship just because that
I'd still use the
guarantees
ship.
my chariot would die, and I want to be able to route in the future because I don't see any spears in this composition. Well, there's some back here,
Yeah.
but oh, there it is.
Nope,
Okay,
he's
well,
doing the chariot.
never mind.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I think a ship would have been a better play there. But
All right, still decent round. 3 kills. The kill tempo is leaning in Nizar's favor, I believe.
presume we're going to see the spear move up to that forest. I mean, you don't want to leave the forested hill open. But an archer, we could also advance here in the south. We've got lots of damage in the south. We can actually start
Yes, we
getting
do.
around the line in the south. Although it feels like we're running out of units
For who?
for Nizar.
Oh, we're running out of units?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much left in Arafa.
No, there isn't. But, I mean, in fairness, there's not much left in Sabai, and there's not much left that can get on the way. So I think you can all in on this and still win.
I don't think Nizar's winning here. I just see the number of units still on Axum's side are
In this conflict?
If he pulls units down,
Yeah, but they can't reach. I mean, he'll need to force
they can
march.
reach over 2 turns, right? Like,
Yeah.
He-
But he'll actually need to do that, and he'll need to spend the orders
Yeah,
doing
he
that. Yeah,
hasn't
so
done that.
it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see. And again, the morale thing is going to play a factor here. I'm really wondering if, I mean, Yagman has seemed the type who stays cool under pressure, so maybe we'll be fine.
Still 40 orders. Imagine if he had orthodoxy in an economy.
I know, right? This is why I love orthodoxy, guys, for the mid to late game. You get an order economy like this, and you can just crap out units constantly.
Yeah, he's only building a camel archer right now. Nothing else.
With an
He's
order economy
very-
like this, you could fight a battle and still rush a unit every turn.
Yeah. I mean, the problem right now for Nizar is just like trading evenly is not good for him. So
Yes, I agree. Only if Axum is able to figure out and commit to reinforcing. We do have a new, well, it's 4 more years on that. swordsmen, so gonna be a while on that.
Yep.
But yeah, and also then there's the issue of long term. Like, I think he has the potential. I think Nizar has the potential to win this battle. I don't know that if winning this battle actually wins him the game.
Yeah.
Which is the
Interestingly,
reverse, which feels the reverse for Yagman. If Yagman wins this battle, I
his
think
leader is
Yagman wins the
severely ill,
game.
by the way.
What?
His leader is severely ill.
Okay, yeah.
Nizar's.
We have a heir who is an orator and also severely ill. So let's take a look at the dynasty here. Well, I'll use the little format that I know about now. We have next in line is a child.
He did move an archer up on that and
Yep,
hit the
poking
Shalatai.
So we'd probably get a regent, which could be another orator, or yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Still lots of orders. Would be interested if we see like maybe a kill on this Axeman.
I think he's
Units
probably
around.
going to keep killing stuff. He could move up down here and take kills down in the
In
south.
the south.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Axeman I feel is pretty dead.
Yeah. You just ignore the
14,
militia for
yeah.
now.
Yeah. But then like what do you reinforce with? Like there's not that much.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
Axeman has a ton of units just sitting in the back. Like
I know it's unfortunate. But I mean, and well, so here's the thing, though. This is the thing that sucks. This is the puzzle that Yagman's facing. So let's say he abandons Kubar and brings all his units down here to fight this battle. Then all of these units can immediately just come up to Sabat.
yeah, this is the glories of coastal movement.
Yes, exactly. So basically, that's the trick. No, they get bonuses. What are you talking
Camel
about?
archers not get bonuses against horses. They do get bonuses against horses.
Did you just contradict yourself? What? A camel archer does get a combat bonus against horses.
Yeah. It does.
Oh, you know what? He can't see it on the tooltip because it's part of camel.
It's part of camel.
Yeah.
Which isn't on the tooltip, weirdly. So.
Yeah. So for those watching, if you look at the camel archer itself, it's the camel effect that gives you plus 50% horse. So if then we look over here at the tooltip for the camel itself in the combat menu, you actually can't really see. Like, what my? Oh, hold on, I gotta tab out to fix that. Okay, that should work now. Yeah, you can't actually see anywhere in this tooltip that you get 50% combat to the thing.
While you were doing that, another crit. That Axeman
Nice.
got killed with a crit, double crit actually, crit from the axe and then crit from the archer. That didn't matter for the archer. So spears are now able to move in.
Yeah, Axum is such. Sorry, Assyria is such a fierce opponent to deal with in the battlefield.
Crits are crazy.
Yeah, crits are crazy. It's one of the reasons why we keep them off in the tournament, because that allows us to blunt the impact. If Assyria knew when every single crit was coming, that would be even stronger. So every now and then we did see them miss a crit or two, not miss, but like, waste the damage on that. And I think that's important for the overall balance of that faction boost. Yeah, so surprisingly strong showing from Nizar here, I would say. At the start of this, I really thought with the route potential, this was going to swing heavily in Yagman's favor, especially because he has shown himself to be a pretty decent tactician at the start. But, a couple of informational blunders, I think, not realizing that spears stop route as a thing that spears do, and a couple of other things, I think, are now complicating the scenery for Yagman.
Yeah. Still feels like the game is in his favor here, though.
Yes.
Definitely no risk. Of
Yes,
losing
which
the
is what scares
game.
me about the morale, because, again, I really think if Nizar wins this battle, which I personally think he can do, that doesn't win him the game. But if he wins this battle, it could still get him a surrender, because remember, you don't necessarily need to beat the game, you just need to beat your opponent. And if your opponent thinks they're losing, that's still a victory.
Yes, and this definitely feels like, oh shit, he's coming in from the north, from the south, right? Like,
Yeah.
But I mean, you do have the tools. That ballista has been sitting there. Like,
I'll be curious to see how Yagman handles this next turn. Really deeply curious. So many orders. Let's take a look at the order chart now. Well,
this feels like a time to swap to Constitution and spam Decree if I'm Yagman as
wow,
well.
yeah. 20 order difference for Assyria. So, and well, that's another thing. Even though the army is less advanced, orders can win wars.
Yeah, orders are life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see a swap to Constitution, and then you have pretty good civics. Actually, you have shitty civics production in your capital. Never mind. You have 15 civics a turn. What the hell? Never mind. This is why I love going civics heavy in the cap.
Nizar doing some backline scouting too, which is good. He's got his ships obviously where they need to be, but he tossed a scout in these woods, which is nice.
Yep, see what's coming.
Their vision here,
visible.
It's really nice to see because despite not having the portcullis advantage, which Axum does have, because of these ships and stuff, still Nizar has pretty much just the right amount of vision that you need to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, I mean, I think Axum does have vision of like pretty much. He knows there's nothing coming out. He knows what the production queues are, right? Like so. Like
True.
He sees it's a rancher and a woodcutter. So I feel like from a morale perspective, like you don't surrender seeing that.
Yes, exactly, and that's what's really honestly that's a great point because I do talk about the morale here, and so I'm going to hop over to Axum now because Nizar's turn should be finishing up soon. And yes, and that's a great point. Since morale is often just, the situation you're in and also not really to be able to see the whole picture. So you are correct. Axum does have the advantage of portcullis to see the whole picture of what, he knows that pretty much everything Assyria has is right here. And so, but the issue we're running into is that Axum needs to try and win this battle or, maybe just give up the city for right now.
Yeah, I mean, concentrating your forces would not hurt. You definitely do not want to lose all these forces.
Exactly. So that's what, maybe...
you either reinforce or you fall back. Sorry to cut this short, but I'll ask to end this session at the end of your turn. Okay.
Oh, right. Well, that is dreadful.
That's a pretty short playtime.
Okay, so All right, well, still an hour and 20 minutes. Not too bad for a session.
Yep. Chipping away at the game.
Yep. It's certainly tense. I could understand the stress piling up here.
Civics boost available.
Mm-hmm. Civic boost is available. That could be useful. Battle line could be useful.
I feel so bad for Nizar. He's like, let's fight. And Yagman is like, no, let's continue next session.
Yeah. All right. So that has been a nice, dramatic, tense session full of combat. Our players are going to be bringing it to a close. What did I just do?
Also, he does get monasticism here, so he'll get another 7 orders, which will help a ton.
Nice. That will help a ton here, yes. So let's just take a quick look at the power graph, I guess.
Will he go poly for Heliopolis, actually, is another question.
That is the main thing. Oh, yeah, because he does have, what does he have?
Right, do you take the 7 orders
9
now,
turns.
or do you do poly and
I would 100%,
which I don't think you can right now.
I think maybe you just do polytheism for a turn, build as many shrines as you can, and then swap immediately. Like, if you don't need to hit...
I don't think you have orders to spare right now with polytheism.
Oh, yeah, also there's that. So, anyway, let's just do a quick look at the power graph. That's where we want to end on. So, basically, they're both kind of taking equal levels of dips here, but, yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about where Yagman is at the end of this. I think it's possible he could lose this fight. I don't know that he's going to lose the game, but it's just looking bleaker and bleaker in terms of this conflict, and I really would like to see him get more kills.
He's only fighting with half his army, which is a problem, right? Like,
yeah,
you need
exactly.
to either pull back and unify your forces, or pull your forces forward. I feel like he kind of attacked into Nizar needlessly, as opposed to spending orders, as you said, bringing up his back line, right? We've got some Sholatai, we've got some Demits, we have some unupgraded slingers. There's a lot that could have been pulled up. Instead, we kind of fought back and forth instead of falling back. Yeah. So.
Honestly, maybe at some point during the preparation of this conflict, take the time, because this Onager with the coastal movement can still move hard. Maybe he should put the Onager up back in the city. He needs that range unit, and that's going to be helpful. But anyway, If you joined us live in the chat, we hope you enjoyed this session, rife with conflict. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. There's about 20 of you chat with us live. So really, really grateful to get all the views and the conversation happening. If you're watching after the fact on YouTube, please give us a like, a subscribe, or leave a comment after the video. And yeah, we'll tune in for the next session of Yagman versus Nizar, and we'll see how the conflict in the Battle of Sabai goes in the future. I'm Siontific. With me is Alcaris.
Hello, hello. Goodbye, goodbye.
Goodbye, goodbye. And that is Old World for this evening.